What's going on, fellow vets? Brian Reese here, the VA Claims Insider, coming at you live from Austin, Texas. And in this video, I'm answering the question, how do I get my VA disability rating code sheet? Okay. And I'm also going to be sharing my simple 4-step process for how you can get 100% P&T status. Okay. Now you need some help. We've got a ton of amazing free resources available on our website at vaclaimsinsider.com. Quick disclaimer, I'm not an accredited agent. I'm not a VSO. I'm not an attorney or any entity recognized by the VA. I'm not affiliated with the VA. I have nothing to do with the VA. Okay, everything I'm sharing today is for informational and educational purposes only. Okay, now VA Claims Insider LLC makes no guarantee of results by using this video, our website, or our services, and your individual results may vary. Okay, but before we jump in, I want to share real quick what we call the VA Claims Insider Golden Circle. Okay, now this is basic eligibility for VA disability benefits. It starts at the top and it goes clockwise. Okay, so number one, you must have a medical diagnosis of a disability condition in a medical record. Do not file a claim until you at least have a diagnosis in a record. Now, that can be in your service records from the military, that can be in VA records, or it can be in any private records. Okay. Then it goes to number two, evidence of an in-service event, injury, disease, or aggravation. Now, generally what this means is you at least have some complaints somewhere. Okay. Now, typically this should be in a medical record, okay? But this needs to be documented that something happened, okay? This is that cause and effect type of a deal, okay? After number two, it goes to number three, the nexus, okay? Now, nexus simply means link or connection, okay? You've got to have a link or connection between your diagnosis and some type of an in-service event, injury, disease, or aggravation that led to your disability, okay? And then finally, the fourth thing, and this is what determines your final VA disability rating, vets, is what we call the severity of symptoms. Okay. How severe are your symptoms in terms of frequency, severity, and duration? Okay. Again, this is the VA Claims Insider Golden Circle. I would suggest committing this to memory and visiting it often. All right, y'all. What is a VA rating code sheet? Okay. A VA rating code sheet is a document in your VAC file, okay, also known as your VA claims file, that shows the disability conditions you're rated and service connected for. Okay, now it's going to have the diagnostic code, the DC. It'll have the disability name, the type of service connection, whether the disability is static, okay, means it's not going to improve and it's not scheduled for a routine future evaluation, the date of your service connection, and your current VA disability rating for each condition. Now, here's an example of a real code sheet. Okay, you can see the disability name, the type of service connection, when it occurred, but you'll see the words static disability. That's very, very important because if you see static disability, that means that it's permanent and the VA is not going to reevaluate you. Okay, very, very important. A lot of vets are fearful of reevaluations. What is my VA disability code sheet? Okay, all it is, gang, is it's a PDF document in your VA claims file, also known as your C file. Okay, now this is all the information that it includes right here. This is the full list of what you're going to see in your code sheet. Now, I'm going to pull up a real example for you to see. We're going to go through it step by step so you can actually see the information that's contained in the code sheet, how it's presented, and how you interpret it. And then I'm also sharing how you get a copy of your code sheet. Pro tip, Nexus letters. Okay, if you've ever been denied service connection, okay, if you've ever been denied VA disability benefits, chances are you failed to prove what's called the nexus. Okay, that's that link or connection back to your service. Now, if you've been out of the military for more than a year, okay, more than 12 months, you need a Nexus letter. Okay. Is it required? No. Okay. But I'm telling you, get a Nexus letter to help you prove service connection, because otherwise what's going to happen is the VA is going to deny your claim. Okay. And they're going to say in their denial letter, there's no evidence of any disability condition or subjective complaints or things in the veteran service treatment records. Okay. A Nexus letter is a document. It's an evidence-based letter prepared by a private healthcare provider. Okay. That helps to establish the link or connection between your current disability and your active duty military service. These are absolutely critical to helping you prove service connection. Okay. And we can help you get these at reduced rates from private providers in all 50 states. Okay. You can start free right here, right now. You're going to hear from a disability expert in minutes at VAClaimsinsider.com. Okay. So how do I actually get a copy of my VA disability rating code sheet? There's two options that we recommend. Okay. These are the easiest ways to get them. Option number one is to ask your accredited VSO to download your VA disability code sheet from a system called the Veteran Benefits Management System, also known as VBMS. This is the fastest and easiest way to get it. Okay. Now, only accredited representatives have access to VBMS. Okay. It's a VA system that only accredited VSOs have access to, but they can literally log in, search by your social, and they can download and send you their code sheet. That's the fastest and easiest way to get it. Okay. Now, the second option, this is a little bit more painful. It takes longer. Okay. You can get a copy of your code sheet by requesting your VAC file. Okay. Now, I've got an awesome blog post out there. If you just Google VAC file request, you'll see my step-by-step process for how you do it. You can now request your C file via email. Okay. And you'll see it pop up in va.gov as a FOIA request for you. And the VA will actually send you your C file. Okay. Now, something to think about. The key element of your code sheet is that when you look at each VA disability, take a look to see if you see the words static. Okay. Because a static disability that's been in place for 5 years or more is not subject to a reevaluation or a VA rating reduction. Okay. But that's the key buzzword, is static. Who wants to see a real example of a VA rating code sheet? Let's go. All right, here it is. So this is actually what you're going to see, fellow vets. Okay. This is what your code sheet looks like. At the top, it's going to say rating decision, Department of Veterans Affairs, Veteran Benefits Administration. It's going to have all your information at the top. Make sure all that's correct. And you can see, though, it's actually sharing what's subject to compensation, service connection. What are you rated for? What are the dates of service connection? What's the type of service connection? And then whether the disability is static or not. Okay. This is page 2 of a real example. It shows all the disabilities that this veteran is rated for, what the percentage is, and whether the disability is static or not. Okay. The other thing to pay attention to is you can see towards the end, it'll say combined evaluation for compensation. It'll list bilateral factors if you have any of those, and then what your total combined VA rating is, as well as the effective dates. Okay. Now, if you receive something called special monthly compensation, it's going to say that here as well. It also lists things that are not service connected. Okay. And why they were denied. It's also going to say whether you're entitled to pension. Okay. Remember, disability benefits and pension benefits are two completely different things. Okay. And you'll also see any notes for the reviewer. Okay. And if there's anything that they've listed there on should they or should they not schedule disabilities for reevaluation. Okay. So that's an actual VA rating code sheet. I wanted you to see what it looks like. Typically, you're looking at between 2 and 6 pages long is the length of your code sheet. I get this question all the time. Can I apply for a 100% P&T VA rating? The answer is absolutely yes. Okay. If P&T, permanent and total status, is not added to your claim automatically, here's how to get it added in a few simple steps. Step number 1, open up a new claim on va.gov and add a new disability called request for permanent and total disability status. Okay. Now, you're not going to see it in there. It's not going to suggest it to you when you start typing it in. Don't worry about that. Just type it verbatim, request for permanent and total disability status. Okay. That's step 1. Step number 2. Okay. You're going to want to upload medical evidence showing that your disabilities meet the definitions of permanent and total. So, for example, maybe your GERD is rated at the highest level by law and it's not going to get any better. Okay. Make sure you have stuff in there. Maybe it's a letter from your own private provider that lists the disabilities you're already service connected for, how long you've had those ratings, and then medically why those conditions are not likely to improve. Okay. Medical evidence is critical. Okay. If you don't have medical evidence, don't do this. Okay. Because you're just going to get denied. Okay. Step number 3. It is absolutely helpful, and this is what I just talked about, to have your treating physician or other private medical professional write a letter on your behalf explaining how your disabilities are permanent, total, and unlikely to improve over time. Okay, this should be probably 2 to 4 pages long. Now, if you need a 100% P&T request letter, we can help. Okay, we have private providers in our referral network who may be able to help you with this. Okay, you can start free at vaclaimsinsider.com. That's step 3. Step 4, I recommend you write a personal statement, okay, documenting how and why your disabilities are static and unlikely to improve and not subject to an RFE, okay, the routine future examination. Remember, static is the buzzword, and that's the signal to the VA rater that your conditions are permanent and total and should not be reevaluated. Okay, so that's the 4 steps. And then you're actually going to file this claim, okay, to the VA, and it's going to be looked at by a rater. Okay. Okay. Want a VA rating increase? Do you deserve a VA rating increase? Okay. We are VA claim experts. Okay. We're what I like to call the OGs, the GOAT. Right? VA Claims Insider is the #1 most trusted name in VA disability claims. Gang, we've helped over 20,000 veterans just like you since 2016. Okay. When you join us today, free of charge, you can start free. Okay. You are going to hear from a VA claim expert coach who's trained in my process in minutes. Okay. In minutes. Now, I ask you, put us to the test. Put our elite service guarantee to the test. What is our elite service guarantee? The elite service guarantee is I guarantee you will hear from someone within 15 minutes of you signing up with us today. Okay. You have to sign your contract in step 2. So step 1 is enter your basic info. Step 2 is sign our agreement. Okay. From signing that agreement, you're going to hear from someone over email in 15 minutes. Okay. That's elite service guarantee #1. Elite service guarantee #2 is this. You will hear back from somebody with any questions you have or concerns within 24 hours during normal business hours. Okay. Monday through Friday during normal business hours. Okay. That's the elite service guarantee. If for some reason we fail, I'm going to gift you $497 worth of free high value VA disability paid content for free. Okay. I could easily charge $500 for this, but I will give it to you for free if for some reason we fail to live up to our elite service guarantee. Okay. Put us to the test. All right. Put us to the test. Give it a shot. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Start free at vaclaimsinsider.com. Okay. Okay. Before you go, though, I want to give you something free of charge. Okay. You can go to Amazon and you can buy this. I think it's $16.99 right now, a paperback. You can buy it for sure, right? Or you can download it for free right here, right now. Okay, it's been downloaded over 75,000 times. It was a #1 Amazon bestseller in 11 categories. You deserve it. Okay, it's been called the Veteran Benefits Bible. You deserve it. The definitive guide to getting the veteran benefits you've earned. I think you're absolutely going to love it. And all you got to do to get it right here, right now is get out your mobile device. I know you've got one. Get out your mobiles. Okay, step number 1, you're going to send the text message Insider Life to the number 678 506 7543. Again, you're going to text Insider Life. That's the message you're sending. All caps, Insider Life to the number 678 506 7543. Okay, now you're going to get a response from me once you hit enter. Reply to me with your best email address. Okay, in about 5 minutes from now, this PDF download of my #1 Amazon bestseller will be sitting in your email inbox at no charge to you. Fellow veterans, thank you for your service to our country. Thank you for your sacrifice. Okay. God bless you and your families. I'll talk to you real soon.